What's up, guys? So I'm just gonna do a quick as possible, hopefully under 10-minute review of It, part two. Actually, I'm gonna make it quick, even quicker than that. I'm just gonna tell you this right off the bat, and I'll discuss why I think what I thought about it. So going in at almost 3 hours runtime, pretty damn close to 3 hours. I'd say, if you take out the credits, it's probably a solid 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I caught myself yawning a couple times here and there. Basically, this is what I would do if I didn't see It too, and someone told me, and someone gave me some advice and said, watch It part one, and watch the beginning of It part two up until a certain point, maybe up until they're all together, and then go to about the last 30 minutes of the movie. That's what you can do. And you will literally lose barely anything, a couple of goofy scares, more of the same thing that like It 1 gives you anyways. They did like a few nods to other horror movies as well. The Thing, literally they've ripped off The Thing. Not in a bad way, like they obviously ripped it off like in like a pretty much flawless way without it being all just prosthetics, which back then, they didn't have CG, so they had to do it real. They had to do it for real. That's the only difference, is that in the Thing, everything that they did to the head was practical effects, like reversed tentacles, or not tentacles but arms, and then they just add special sound effects to make it sound like it's coming out, but really it's going back in. That at least that's how John Carver explained how they shot it. A lot of reverse photography, obviously. Now it's just CG, full CG. You even saw tentacles coming out of the eyes of this dead head, which was cool. And then Bill Hader said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like right from the movie of The Thing. And then there's even a scene where they say, "Here's Johnny," straight from The Shining. So it's just one of those movies where I felt I wanted to feel more connected to it than I did. And I felt connected with It, the first one. Very connected with it. Very, very connected to the characters. And you just never get a sense of the adult characters in this film. That they were, their childhood, but nothing about their adult lives. It's just they barely go into them, and they barely go into other, like, I couldn't tell you what Jessica Chastain's character does. Just for shit's sake, let's see, I have to do this. I was looking at Stanley Kubrick's film. So, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna go by their characters' names, not the actors' names, because that's just gonna probably confuse even more people. Or I'll just tell you both. So Jessica plays Beverly. That casting was good. James McAvoy plays Bill. I didn't get a sense that he was really that kid. That's just me. Bill Hader was Richie. Totally was great. Isaiah played Mike. Perfectly fine. Jay Ryan played Ben. Let me see who Ben was again. Oh, okay, Ben was the fat dude. So now, for some reason, I did believe he was fat. That worked for me. And then James Ransom played Eddie. Definitely, he did a great impersonation of the kid. Andy Bean, his character really looked like the young kid, but he was barely in the movie. So one kid, as an adult, decides that he's too chicken shit to go, and offs himself in fear that he will. It put the others in danger. So that's that. Of course, Bill Skarsgård was great. I wish they would have shown more of just him. Not even like in full clown makeup, but there was one scene where he is just Bill putting on the makeup, and he's talking. I forget what he said, but it was something really cool and creepy. And then he lets out like a roar a little bit, but then they cut. And I'm like, wait a second, it was longer in the trailer. Which that pissed me off. Like I really wanted to see, I wanted to get more of a real sense of dread from that scene, and I really didn't. So it's just like they're adults. They shouldn't be scared of forced imagination, basically. Like, but as a kid, you're scared of tons of shit because your imagination is your worst enemy. But as an adult, like, I mean, what's scary as an adult? I mean, spiders, yes. Some things you'll just always be, scared of, but you don't really have a true fear for things unless it's something very realistic. Like, yes, you can get in a car accident. Yes, you can get cancer. Yes, there could be a big, huge spider somewhere around here, depending on where you live. But like, just if something's just like a walking zombie with eyes hanging out, I mean, you just it comes to a point where you're just like, okay, enough of this. I've already seen this in the first movie. What else is he gonna do? What else is he gonna do? What else is Pennywise? Sorry, what else is Pennywise gonna do? I mean, it's crazy. So. And the only other twist really in this movie would be that I think his name's no, that's not. Gosh, I should have looked this up. Anyway, the guy with the mullet in the first movie, that's the bully that they start throwing rocks at. He's a real douche in the movie, and he's a douche in this one, and he's actually even worse in this movie. He actually really kills people in this movie. So Pennywise has an actual friend, so to speak, in this movie. And I wish they would have almost I wish he would have made more real bonds like he did in the first act, because they come to have real consequences, unlike his dreams that never have any consequences. I mean, his dreams literally have zero consequences in any of the movies. Aside from, I forget if someone, one kid hurt his arm or something because he fell through the floor. But, once you tell yourself this isn't real, then it sort of breaks the effect. So it's more of the same, So like I said, watch the first movie. It's a near perfect movie. And then you got this movie, which it's a little all over the place, and it's a little too commonplace. It does everything. I'm not going to say it does everything wrong, because it doesn't, but it's just, you've been there, we've done that. What are you going to give us that's different other than the end? Which, I have a gripe with the end, is that like eventually they make him really, really small, because they said, well, let's make him believe it. And it's just like, wait. So he's all powerful. I mean, according to Pennywise, eater of worlds. And yet he's going to be convinced by just random people that he's like nearly a baby clown that can easily be killed. Like, okay, why didn't you just do this an hour ago then? If it's so easy to kill him. It's just one of them things where, like, I don't know if there's a way around it, or that's just how it was written, because I didn't read the book, so I can't really tell you any more than that. But someone did say the 90's version did the end better, and I can't even remember. I remember watching it, and I know I saw it, and I know I liked it, but that was a mini series, so that was probably 6 hours long for all I know. Um, if it was on for like 3 days, I mean, I'd have to go look. Let's see the runtime of it. 1990. Yikes, wasn't even mid-90s. So, I do remember Tim Curry played a great It, but now looking back, I mean, he looks goofy as hell. I mean, he does resemble Pennywise from the new one, but he just doesn't. Yeah, I remember John Ritter, rest his peace, was in that. I do remember thinking it. I really like John Ritter, so it had quite a bit of people in it. Annette O'Toole. Wow. Had a lot of people in it, actually, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they definitely got like a better girl. So, I'm just guessing that going by some of these pictures is that it was all prosthetics. I don't even know if they did any computer enhancements. I mean, he basically is a clown. Here's some optical effects they're showing with his eyes, but it's just. And they did turn his eyes outwards a little bit, so maybe they always did that. Oh, there's the sink scene, so that still existed. But it wasn't a red balloon for once; it was a different balloon. But the quality obviously suffers big time. I mean, it looks grainy as heck. So, what I really wanted to do. This scene here, if you can listen. That scene gets cut shorter, and it's less impactful in the actual theater, which sucked. What was its final form in the 90's? Let's see. Oh, jeez. Ant hybrid. Pennywise is a true form. Spider ant hybrid from Stephen King's It. Alright. I guess I'm about to see it. Oh, and she's using a freaking slingshot. Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now. It's pretty bad. Alright, well, that's horrible. Never mind. So wait, she shot it with something? Jeez. Dude, give me a break. Are you serious? That's how the original ended? Alright. Well, hey guys, at least I can confirm it. So in the 1990s version, basically, she takes a freaking slingshot, shoots I don't know if it's a special rock or not, but it hits him right in like some sort of weak spot after he's like this ant spider creature that looks horrible. Okay, I was wrong. It's dated horribly now. The Thing, like from John Carpenter's The Thing, blows us out of the water. Blows it out of the water. They definitely improved on that. However, the plot changed. There's a little plot change here that I don't know which one's accurate. In this, it looks like the monster goes to retreat, and they all basically just jump on top of it, just smashing it until it's dead. Like, finally, like, they kill it in its true form. at least from what footage I'm looking at, and it has nothing to do with them making it smaller. Yeah, they took out its heart, I believe, and that's it. But it was not anywhere near as good as the movie version that from It or It Part 2. It's not even close. It's not even close. But yeah, they tried to defeat it by doing this little ritual thing, and then, spoiler alert, it doesn't work. And then shit goes down, and then they basically bully it into believing it's a tiny little baby clown, and then they just reach in and take its heart out. That's it. So they take the heart out in this one. It's just done so badly that it's nearly unwatchable. And in our version, they made the baby too damn cute, which is the problem. It didn't look like grotesque in any way. It just looked like a very sad Pennywise. Like, I didn't want to think about a sad Pennywise, like especially Bill Skarsgård's version, because he has so many different looks, and he can act really sweet and then be really mean, like from like one second to the next. So when he's being like this really sad clown, I don't know what effects they're using to do it exactly, or if, I don't think it was all CG. I think it was some practical effects, like his face is in there at least. But obviously the body, he was really tiny. So I mean, for such an epic ending that you've been waiting for me, I was a little disappointed, because like I actually felt bad for Pennywise, and like, you're not supposed to feel bad for Pennywise. In this version, you don't feel bad for Pennywise because he's a big damn freaking ant monster that you can't wait until it gets smashed to pieces. So I'm out of here, guys. Go see it, don't go see it. It doesn't really matter. And like I said, the ending is different. It's just gone about differently. It's basically the same, but basically not. So I don't know. It's hard to say without telling you exactly why it even worked, without reading the books. So I don't know. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna probably rate it a 7. I gave the original movie a 9. So just too many things in the trailers didn't live up to the expectations, in my opinion. So later.